Welcome to IAS Academy. Prior to the 2022 preliminary exam, we will cover 15 previous year MCQs daily in a video. That is a total of 2500 plus MCQs before the exam. So, let's start the session. Our first question is:
from the 3rd century AD, when the Hun invasion entered the Roman Empire, the Indian merchants relied more and more on options are African trade, West European trade, Southeast Asian trade and Middle Eastern trade. Here answer to this question is option C, Southeast Asian trade. After the 3rd century AD, Roman Empire came to an end. This led to the decline of trade between India and Rome. Indian merchants meanwhile had begun to rely more heavily on Southeast Asian trade. With the decline of Roman Empire, China had become main focus of trade in Indian Ocean. The main seaport for foreign trade in China during this period was Canton or Kanfu, as the Arab travelers called it. So here answer to this question is option C, Southeast Asian trade. Question number 2. Which of the following pairs is correctly matched? Option A, Dewan-i-Bandagani, Tughlaq. That is correct. Option B, Dewan-i-Mustakhraj, Balban. That is incorrect. Option C, Dewan-i-kohi, Alauddin Khilji. That is incorrect. Option D, Dewan-i-Arz, Muhammad Tughlaq. That is also incorrect. So here answer to this question is option A, Dewan-i-Bandagani, Tughlaq. Dewan-i-Bandagani, that is Department of Slave, was constituted by Firoz Tughlaq. Dewan-i-Mustakhraj was Department of Arrears, introduced by Alauddin Khilji. This was the Department of Revenue. Dewan-i-kohi, a separate department for agriculture, was established by Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Dewan-i-Arz, Department of Military, responsible for maintaining the royal army and recruiting troops. This department was introduced by Balban. Sultan himself acted as the commander-in-chief of the army. So here answer to this question is option A, Dewan-i-Bandagani, Tughlaq. Question number 3. What is the correct sequence of following events? Options are Tilak's Home Rule League, Komagatamaru Incident, Mahatma Gandhi's arrival in India. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here answer to this question is option D, 231. That is Komagatamaru Incident 1914, Mahatma Gandhi's arrival in India 1915, Tilak's Home Rule League in 1916. In 1914, a Japanese steamship Komagatamaru voyaged from Hong Kong to Vancouver carrying 376 passengers from Punjab. Out of all passengers, 24 were admitted to Canada, but the other 352 passengers were not allowed inside Canada and the ship was forcefully returned to India. This incident hurt Indians. While the ship returned to Calcutta, the passengers were asked to take Punjab-bound train, which they refused, and in that conflict, 22 people died. Emotions ignited after this incident was taken advantage by the Indian revolutionaries. On 9th January 1915, M.K. Gandhi reached Bombay, sailing from South Africa, having lived there for more than 2 decades. This date was chosen in 2003 to be observed as Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, that is Non-Resident Indian Day. There were 2 Home Rule Leagues launched. Tilak launched the Indian Home Rule League in 1916 April at Balban. Annie Besant launched Home Rule League in September 1916 at Madras. They had a common objective of achieving self-government in India. So here answer to this question is option D, 231. Question number 4. Who wrote the book The Story of the Integration of Indian States? Options are B.N. Rao, C. Rajagopalachari, Krishna Menon and V.P. Menon. Here answer to this question is option D, V.P. Menon. At the time of independence, there were more than 500 princely states in India that were not part of a British Empire officially. These 500 princely states covered 48% of the pre-independent Indian area. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, that is India's first Deputy Prime Minister and the Home Minister, with the assistance of V.P. Menon, that is the Secretary of Ministry of States, was given a formidable task of integrating the princely states. The Indian Independence Act of 1947 gave princely states a choice to accede to either India or Pakistan or remain independent. V.P. Menon authored a book on the political integration of India, that is the story of integration of Indian states, and on the partition of India, that is transfer of power. So here answer to this question is option D, V.P. Menon. Question number 5. Berber speaking community frequently in the news lives in. Options are Afghanistan, Algeria, Argentina and Australia. Here answer to this question is option B, Algeria. Berbers have lived in Africa since the earliest recorded time. There are many scattered tribes of Berber across Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya and Egypt. 40% of the Moroccan population is Berber. 30% live in Algeria. The number of Berbers in North Africa has slowly declined because more and more Berbers are adopting the language and culture of the Arabs. Berber is derived from the Roman term for barbarians. Berbers are non-Arabic tribes. Throughout the centuries, Berbers have mixed with many ethnic groups, mostly Arabs. Because of this, Berbers have come to be identified by linguistic instead of racial basis. The written language is not commonly taught and is rarely used. So here answer to this question is option B, Algeria. Question number 6. Which one of the following pairs of states and tribes is not correctly matched? Option A, Assam, Miri, that is correct. Option B, Nagaland, Konyak, that is correct. Option C, Arunachal, Apatani, that is correct. Option D, Madhya Pradesh, Lambada, that is incorrect. So here answer to this question is option D. Lambada tribes are found in Rajasthan and not in Madhya Pradesh. The Lambadi or Lambada community is a part of Banjara or the nomadic tribes. These people are forest wanderers or gypsies, originally from Rajasthan. Many centuries ago, these people moved in large groups towards the south of the subcontinent, that is Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Maharashtra, for trade and agriculture. So here answer to this question is option D. Missing, sometimes called Miri, are an indigenous community inhabiting parts of the Indian states of Assam and Arunachal Pradesh. They were also known as Miris in the past and still recognized as Miris in the Constitution of India. Konyaks are one of the major Naga ethnic groups in Nagaland. Mon is the only district in Nagaland where the separatist group has not been able to set up base camps, largely due to resistance from Konyaks. Apatani are a tribal group of people living in the Zero Valley in the Arunachal Pradesh. They speak a local language called Tani and worship the sun and the moon. They follow a sustainable social forestry system. Question number 7. Which one of the following national park has a climate that varies from tropical to subtropical, temperate and arctic? Options are Khangchendzonga National Park, Nandadevi National Park, Neora Valley National Park, Nandapa National Park. Here answer to this question is option D, Namdapha National Park. Namdapha National Park is the largest protected area in the Eastern Himalaya biodiversity hotspot. It is located in Arunachal Pradesh in northeast India. The area is also known for extensive dipterocarp forest comprising the northwestern parts of ecoregion of Mizoram, Manipur, Kachin rainforest. The habitat changes with increasing altitude from tropical moist forest to montane forest, temperate forest, and at the higher elevations to alpine meadow forest and perennial snow. So here answer to this question is option D, Namdapha National Park. Kanchenjunga National Park is also known as Kanchenjunga Biosphere Reserve, is a national park and biosphere reserve located in Sikkim. It was inscribed to the UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2016, becoming the first mixed heritage sites of India. Nandadevi National Park is situated in Uttarakhand. This national park was inscribed as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Neora Valley National Park is situated in West Bengal. It is one of the richest biological zones in entire eastern India. It's the land of elegant red panda in the pristine undisturbed natural habitat with inaccessible hilly terrain and rich diverse flora and fauna, making this park an important wilderness zone. Question number 8. The power to enlarge the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court of India with respect to any matter included in the Union list of legislative powers rests with options are President of India, Chief Justice of India, Parliament and Union Ministry of Law, Justice and Company Affairs. The answer to this question is option C, Parliament. Such power is prerogative of the Parliament. Article 138 deals with enlargement of the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Under this article, the Parliament by law can enlarge the jurisdiction and power of the Supreme Court on any matter in the Union list. So, her answer to this question is option C, Parliament. Question number 9. A country is said to be in a debt draft if option A, it has to borrow to make interest payments on outstanding loans. Option B, it has to borrow to make interest payments on to standing loans. Option C, it has been refused loans or aid by creditors abroad. Option D, the World Bank charges a very high rate of interest on outstanding as well as new loans. The answer to this question is option A, that is, it has to borrow to make interest payments on outstanding loans. Debt draft is a situation where you add on a new debt in order to repay an existing debt. A debt draft is a situation in which a borrower is led into a cycle of reborrowing or rolling over their loan payments because they are unable to afford the scheduled payments on the principal of a loan. These stops are usually caused by high interest rates and short terms. Debt trap diplomacy is carried out in bilateral relations between countries with a negative intent. Creditor country intentionally extends excessive credit to a debtor country, thereby inducing the debtor into a debt trap. Example, China's debt trap diplomacy. Question number 10. Full convertibility of the rupee may mean. Options are its free float with other international currencies, its direct exchange with any other international currency at any prescribed place inside and outside the country. It acts just like any other international currency. Which of these statements are correct? Here answer to this question is option A. Statement 1 and 2 are correct. This is a term related with balance of payments and rupee. Here full convertibility of rupee means right of a resident to convert rupee into foreign currency and vice versa for all purposes, that is both current account transactions and capital account transactions. In India, there is only partial convertibility as several restrictions are there for capital account convertibility. Capital account convertibility means free conversion of cross-border capital flows, implying that anybody can convert domestic currency into hard currency at the market rate and take the hard currency out of the country. So here answer to this question is option A, 1 and 2. Question number 11. Consider the following phenomena. Size of the sun at dusk, color of the sun at dawn, moon being visible at dawn, twinkle of stars in the sky, pole star being visible in the sky. Which of the above are optical illusions? Here answer to this question is option C, 1, 2 and 4. That is size of the sun at dusk, color of the sun at dawn, twinkle of stars in the sky. These are optical illusions. An optical illusion is an illusion caused by the visual system that arguably appears to differ from reality. Size of the sun at dusk is an optical illusion because of atmospheric refraction. The size of the sun at different intervals of the day will appear different because of optical illusion. Color of the sun appears yellow due to scattering, whereas pure sunlight is white in color. Twinkling of stars is an optical illusion. Air whirlpools make the stars twinkle. This happens when light travels through various layers of the atmosphere before reaching human eyes. Moon being visible in dawn and pole star being visible in sky are not any illusion. So here answer to this question is option C, 1, 2 and 4. Question number 12. Which of the following adds or add nitrogen to the soil? Options are excretion of urea by animals, burning of coal by man, death of vegetation. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here answer to this question is option C, 1 and 3 only. When coal is burned, nitrogen helps to form oxides which may be released as flue gases and thereby pollute the atmosphere. Then what remains after burning coal is fly ash. Fly ash is devoid of nitrogen. Hence statement 2 is not correct. Excretion of urea by animals adds nitrogen to the soil, as urea is the main nitrogen containing substance in the urine of mammals. Therefore, urea is widely used in fertilizers as the convenient source of nitrogen. Death of vegetation adds up in soil organic matters including humus. As organic matters decomposes, inorganic nitrogen is released into the soil. Hence statement 1 and 3 are correct. So here answer to this question is option C, 1 and 3 only. Question number 13. In addition to fingerprint scanning, which of the following can be used in the biometric identification of a person? Options are iris scanning, retinal scanning, voice recognition. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here answer to this question is option D, 1, 2 and 3. Biometrics identification is used in computer science as a form of identification and access control. Biometric identifiers are categorized as physiological versus behavioral characteristics. Physiological biometric identifiers are fingerprint, palm veins, face recognition, DNA, palm print, hand geometry, iris recognition, retina, and odor or scent. Behavioral identifiers are typing rhythm, gait, and voice. So here answer to this question is option D, 1, 2 and 3. That is iris scanning, retinal scanning, voice recognition. All are biometric identifications. Question number 14. With reference to near field communication technology, that is NFC technology, which of the following statement is or are correct? Statement number 1. It's a contactless communication technology that uses electromagnetic radio fields. That is correct. Statement number 2. NFC is designed for use by devices which can be at a distance of even a meter from each other. That is incorrect. It can be at a distance of few centimeters away. Statement number 3. NFC can use encryption when sending sensitive information. That is correct. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. The answer to this question is option C. Statement 1 and 3 are correct. Near field communication is a contactless communication technology based on radio frequency field using a base frequency of 13.56 MHz. NFC technology is perfectly designed to exchange data between two devices through a simple touch gesture. NFC technology is designed for an operation distance of a few centimeters. This makes it more difficult for attackers to record the communication between an NFC forum device and an NFC forum tag compared to other wireless technologies which have a working distance of several meters. When a secure channel is established, the information is encrypted and only an authorized device can decode it. So your answer to this question is option C, 1 and 3 only. Question number 15. Which one of the following is not related to United Nations? Options are Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, that is MIGA, International Finance Corporation, that is IFC, International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes, that is ICSID, Bank for International Settlements, that is BIS. The answer to this question is option D, Bank for International Settlements, that is BIS. BIS is an international financial institution owned by central banks that fosters international monetary and financial cooperation and serves as a bank for central banks. It is not part of UN. So here answer to this question is option D. Here option ABC are part of World Bank Group. World Bank Group is the largest and best known developmental bank in the world and an observer at the United Nations Development Group. It consists of 5 developmental institutions. That is, IBRD provides loans, credits and grants. IDA provides low or no interest loans to low income countries. IFC provides investment, advice and asset management to companies and governments. MIGA ensures lenders and investors against political risks such as war. ICSID settles investment disputes between investors and countries. All of these efforts support the bank group's twin goal of ending extreme poverty by 2030 and boosting shared prosperity of the poorest 40% of the population in all countries. So here answer to this question is option D. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. We will continue with the next essay tomorrow.